Hey everybody, we are back. So, as the title may infer, we need to rewind a little bit. At the end of the last video, I became an Oathbreaker, and playing it back, I went with the Paladin choice, which made me do an oath on top of my oath of my original oath, whatever caused me to be a paladin. And so you can't have two oaths to two gods or two people, or you gotta, yeah. So that is, from what I can tell, that is what caused me to be an Oathbreaker. So we're gonna find out. We gotta go through the through Gortash special here.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A shapeshifter? It could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, Swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn? Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods. Be in awe, truest soul. The new dawn will rise.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
Help me.
Your tadpole seizes. The prism stills. Ravengard's empty eyes meet yours.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
The true Ravengard is still clinging on somewhere in that mine. It might not be too late for him.
Have we finished then?
Archduke Gortash. Now...
Did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree. And to think, the drama's just started. You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated. To his death, the way I hear it. Such a shame. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi! Welcome back.
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the council.
Raven Guard had trained to the front. They'd be able to catch him quick. Stop turning a blind eye. If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
Huh.
I am never sleeping on duty.
Hey!
Again.
Distract the gauntlet, will ya? I think she's set on killing me.
Maybe they'll whip the place into shape.
I like your look. You've seen battle. Shed some blood.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
Huh.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder, which means I've got no use for you. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice, and that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
Of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me. Why are you here?
Is this so through these past few days. My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said she was taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Try this again.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Nope. And I don't know that it's worth an inspiration to re-roll. God, this takes forever to load.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why?
Oh, wow.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
There we go. Alright.
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What,
happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
Nonsense, I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're here, and I will assist.
God, you're right. Something's wrong with her. Can you help me? I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The Flaming Fist was my last resort. I'm so afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could. You will? Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. We were sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannett was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and...
Blaise Portier is perfectly fine. She's simply...
That's curious.
Hi.
Oi! I've been mugged. I'm here about my case.
We're dealing with an increased number of complaints, sir. Please wait.
Right. I'll be outside.
How's your head? That last mugger left a hell of a dingus.
Still attached.
What did you expect would happen?
Har. We can come back another time if you ain't feeling up to it.
Livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You're having a chuffing laugh!
You know the phone again. I told you you should have added pictures.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
Just be ready to leave when the time comes.
Chap, I know you're counting, but it won't bring her back, will it?
I know. I just don't know to use
Storm Shore Tabernacle.
Mistress Likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Well met, Oathsworn. Your faith may not be orthodox, but it's still welcome here. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need. Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares. Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people. All that's alive.
Extra's cult has been left in the It's not what it used to be.
Some tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
We are all going to die.
Right tool will do the trick.
This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
You really won't feel it. Brace yourself.
What was I thinking?
You're very welcome, sir. Standard procedure. Gortash just wants to make sure.
And how will we step into his new and brilliant dawn? You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Welcome. If you've need of a bunk or a bath, you'll find them upstairs.
I'm grateful to be here, I am. But I thought we'd arrive as a family. Not like this.
The soap here smells funny.
Quiet will do.
Good luck getting some kip up here. I'd stuff your ears if I were you.
Rules are the same for everyone. Clothes go on.
And that's?
Burn me son's clothes.
All right,
What,
time to
nothing else
skulk
for him
about.
to wear?
Free for the taking.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edgar. No,
That might be worth a look.
Mr. Mead.
Everyone has to contribute. A broken steel watcher. A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
Why don't we just retrace our steps?
Great idea.
Wow. Looks just like a holly fan, that does. Get out of our alley. Go on, before I make you. Oh, I've got an overactive imagination.
Imagine doing your job properly then.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Wait, you're Farling's friend. She said to let you in. Funny little gnome she is. Always laughing at me. Even when I don't joke. Come, I'll let you in. My pleasure. In you go. Before I change my mind.
Well, well. The fabled haunt of Nine Fingers Keep.
Never visited before. I thought you got around.
I always steered clear. If guild members started disappearing, people would start asking questions.
On the same side, friend.
And Cazador
Nine
hated
Fingers
him.
invited us.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketterick's coffers. Ready to do some business? I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play. Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time. Ready to do some business? Sure is.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Thought. Keep your distance, darling.
My faith will guide me.
Yes! The blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times! Why aren't you listening?
Someone.
What is happening?
Nonsense.
God, you're right. Can you help me? I'm so afraid. You will? Her name is Vanra. She said... No, I was sober, though. Of course. I'd have lifted her. Thank you.
That might be worth a look.
I'm way too big.
Quiet. quiet day. Mostly. Don't go spoiling it.
Won't feel it.
Not a thing. Got all back. Brace yourself.
Wonder what's past this.
This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
The cycle will reach its zenith. Should you want it to?
The Elf-Song Tavern. I wonder if my old pool system. They could be of use to you.
Hold up, citizen. This is a crime scene.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yoks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead. But not literally. Got me? Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am. Didn't I tell this joke already? Don't joke about religion, smart stuff.
A single person applauds from the back of the room.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me. know why they're called Steel Watch?
My father won again. He always wins. Super boring. Why aren't you funny, Sayer?
Short enough.
Dice of Timora. What an embarrassment. The old elf song isn't what it used to.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
As I remember it.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. An adventurer? Fantastic. We don't have enough of those in Baldur's Gate. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Very nice. Correct on most counts. You might prove useful. Here's all I found. The Duke was paralyzed by poison. Absolutist symbols scrawled on the floor in blood. Hand removed, pre-mortem. The symbol's the bit that bothers most. You use poison when you want to get away with murder. So why leave a symbol at the scene of the crime? Doesn't make any sense. And the removal of the hand. I've a theory, but... Oh, well, you're a civilian. That one will be for me to follow up. I've been working on an assignment. A side project of sorts. I think the removal of the hand is the key, but I just can't figure out how. Corpses without hands are showing up all over the city, together with dioramas of death and murder. It has to be connected. The brutality of it. The unnecessary brutality. My theory is that it's got something to do with the Lord of Murder himself. Baal. The higher-ups don't want to hear that, of course. The last thing they need is public hysteria about a cult that was supposed to have died out over a century ago. I'd follow up myself. But while this uniform gets me into certain places, it keeps me out of others. Especially places that don't want to be found. Perfect. Unofficially, mind. As far as the higher-ups are concerned, you're still just a civilian. If you end up breaking any laws, well, I won't be able to help you. Report back to me if you find anything. And thank you. If I'm right, you'll be doing a great service to the city.
This makes sense. I've a good mind to get the flaming fist before people start.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it! Get in there! true adventuring soul you are. No battle too small. No time for playing with cats, especially lazy lump.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you will find my old lodgings.
Break them.
I don't fancy their chances.
Survival is all that matters.
The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks. On the other side, you will find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
What's that?
What are they doing here? Get rid of them.
It seems your report was good, Wargaz.
Here you are, as brazen as described.
The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen.
Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, only partially transformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? And you would trust an illithid to do such a thing? I thought you said this one was smart, Wargaz. You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master,
Shema Zala Blaki!
It seems your report was good, Wargaz.
Here you are.
The gloomed soul who thieved from...
Of course you... How quaint. We know all of most Illithids. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? I thought you said this one was smart. You have... Your story ends here. We will reclaim the Astral Prism, purge it of the Illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen. Death will be yours, and yours alone, Gake slave! Hataka!
No fresh vegetables. Damn the Absolute.
You kill the rats, yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this. What's business today? Don't customers know there's a war on?
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. They used to be capable enough, but they've gotten slow and lazy. Corruption makes you soft. I'd start a special crime unit. A half-dozen hard cases. Grab some likely losers in the back alleys and beat on them until we got some answers. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. When they fail, and they will, count on it. She knows where to find Dame Gizarm. Then it'll be my turn.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume. I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
That puffed-up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head? Shite.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? It's been slim pickings since the Absolute butchered that supply convoy. Fill your boots, mate. Welcome back. What can I do you for? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody... I reckon I'll be able to... At least, I hope. I tell you what. The murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's all... If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
If it were up to me, I'd replace all the Flaming Fists.
As far as I'm concerned, Lord Gortash gets the benefit of the doubt. Until he does something obviously wrong, he's got my...
I wonder if this was brewed with my...
There you are.
I'd almost lost track of you. Almost. You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. Speaking of Raphael, did you miss his invitation? He's waiting for you in Sharessa's caress. Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Carilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. He wants to help you save the world. What else? He'll be in Sharessa's caress in Worm's Crossing. Go, now, if you know what's good for you and the world.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something.
Your tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mizora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mizora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mizora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch?
They always said the Elsong was haunted. Now it's doubly so.
What are you doing here? This is a private home, understand?
Hello? I wasn't expecting any guests.
Do with a decapitated head, anyway. Not like you think so.
That might be worth a look.
I thought I was done for. Lady Luck, bless you. Sightseeing. What do you think? I filched the wrong baldy and got myself buried for the trouble. Stone Lord, he calls himself. More like stone shite. The very one. And my idiot self didn't realize till I was finger deep in his pockets. Well, look, I ain't got much in the way of thanks, but the stiff below has some fancy doodads.
My mum's down there. I put a candle in the box with her. She never liked the dark.
My Agnes shall be dancing in the market. Flowers in her hair. Not here. Not like this. I hope the Grand Duke strings up whoever did this to her.
One more time. You're not allowed to play here. It's not respectful.
Come out, sister. I will find you.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot. The smell of death.
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play.
In the ground? Over there? Some people covered her in dirt. But I will find her again. I can't leave her out here alone. Sister is always happy to see me. She told me so. She will smile so much when I find her.
Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. Of course. Come back anytime. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
Psst. Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise. My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer.
The air crackled.
Oh, you're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please. The Mortark said the same thing. But I miss him. A lot. Fine. I
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
The Devil's Fee.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee. A most excellent decision. Coin and time.
That's curious.
A fake devil head. A lot of effort for a piece of window dressing.
One with the weave. This head's had quite a journey. A devil of the fugue plane, I believe.
Live in more interesting time. That's curious.
What's that?
dangerous than I thought.
That helped.
Well, some rest's better than none.
That's curious.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find.
What's he got to say for himself?
Lots of talk about the
Bloody
brilliant
believe it.
future.
No more puzzles. A travesty.
Another one who can't take a bit of hard work.
Bits of the book were downright naughty. Morgan, please. We're in public. Let's keep away from the books.
A tribute to liberty. Compliments of Stony and Boney.
Park's no place for a stroll anymore. More likely to find a muggin than a picnic these days.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. She has a tadpole.
Or perhaps you'll find something bloodier. The Absolute's warriors are at work, just beyond here. You'd be wise to not interfere, brother. Nothing's going on. And even if there was something, you'd be wise to ignore it. Absolute's business. Got it? Now be off. You'll attract attention. In her name.
Just my luck to get a saying to Captain Crackwell.
Good they've got it.
Come off it, Vistra. You've been doing the same rent for years.
Feast these days.
Something over there.
There's figures hiding in the foliage. Might be a trap.
We redden our steel by the light of day in his name. You are our lamb, ready for slaughter. Lady Orin asked us to test you, but I think you'll fail. What say you, little lamb? Let this murder be his sacrament!
even catch my breath. What do I have to lose?
Keep out of this, Captain. Do not forget whom you serve.
Of course, I just thought you might need assistance.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of...
Not I. We. And we do not serve.
Defective. Very well.
Time to kill.
I won't give in. Time for some bloody work.
Murder be his sacrament! It hurts!
Unleash me.
Impero! speak, they burn.
Have to keep going.
Quick! Must be quick. This mind is small, fragile. Listen now.
Entering her mind is like stepping aboard a sinking ship. The architecture of her consciousness buckles and collapses. Thoughts yield to a flood of overwhelming power. The Elder Brain.
Do not waste time. This mind cannot bear us. It turns to liquid. Listen, just listen. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design.
The Elder Brain turned her into a meat puppet. What the hell else can it do?
What happened? I taste copper.
What do you think of the stories?
Being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. Some guards would appreciate your generosity, but not this one. This one prefers old-fashioned justice.
Impero.
Got to focus.
I'll strike you down.
Mistra Rill.
Impero. Impero.
What's this? Feels like I've lost something.
A spasm grips your chest. Your strength.
Broken your oath, Paladin. At the close of day, I will be waiting for you. We have much to discuss.
I'm so tired. How do people...
No fresh vegetables? Damn the absolute.
You kill the rats, yes?
I should get cards printed. Roger Gortash, Archduke of... An Archduke. Your Excellence. Your Eminence.
Let's get in and out.
Actually, and only a day or two. Afternoon.
Wonder what's past this.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. I tell you, if we get you... You can have the whole upstairs floor until this... Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one. Top floor's all yours.
tadpole quivered.
Shit. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mazora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon. Until then, may my father keep safe.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
Holy hells.
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Your parasite links with Will's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mizora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch. Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds, and the city, from the brain.
Since we arrived in the city, I can't help but feel a little anxious. But I'm not sure I know why. I don't think it's what happens if we fail that concerns me. We'll be beyond our worries at that point. I think what bothers me is what happens if we succeed. I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Well, I want to save my parents, of course. Take them away. Far from Shah's influence. Someplace peaceful. Away from this. I'd like room for animals. Lots of them. All shapes and sizes, so long as they appreciate it. I want to grow flowers. I want to be surrounded by colors every day, yes. I want to share it all with you. Then it sounds like I have everything I need. More of life.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. The 9 hells of Beator. each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
Chuk. The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Not since Vlaakith won. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. But what about him? A weapon is only an asset. The means of Vlaakith's are better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
I can't believe Will's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Will Ravengard.
Time and again, Will's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pact, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing. I can only imagine what I could do. It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation.
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
You want the who's who and the what's what?
Broadsheet's rather dulled.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells.
Broadsheet's rather dulled.
I have no qualms about the quality of the fun. I've always enjoyed it myself.
Hey, cut it out, will you? I've got to...
Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop there. Only F-Guards allowed to use the basement elevator.
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next...
Yeah, I can take care of that in a little bit.
You star in our next edition's top story. Estra deals with the personal... I've never heard... The truth will be out with tomorrow. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets... I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not... The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Tomorrow, you will feel the... Now. Guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care...
The hell? Oh, this is the hostel.
Unless you want to set fire to the Baldur's Mouth Gazette headquarters.
I'm still right here, you know.
We... Kinda terrifying that the likes of Lord Go...
God's damned hypocrites! The Blade of Frontiers, all pomp and empty oaths. The Sword Coast's most dashing fraud. You are either a fool for trusting him, or a wretch for conspiring with him. Doesn't matter which. Lady Mizora told me everything. How Will slaughtered his own father. How he craves his power. How he means to make the city bow to him and him alone. This city holds no place for you, or for Raven Guard's treacherous spawn.
See if we can convince her. Oh, we got a chance.
At ease. By the living gods, I believe you. What darkness has fallen upon us? There's something you must know. I should have told Will sooner, but I'd hoped somehow Ravengard would return to us. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first. But he realized the danger before anyone else did. He understood that if the cult were successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. Before the Absolutists abducted him, he told me that should he fall, I should seek Will out and give him a message. Will was schooled in the ways of the great champions. He is to use those lessons to wake the worm sleeping beneath Baldur's Gate. The worm is oath-bound to answer the call and come to the city's aid. A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Balduran the city has faced. With him gone and the city near ruin, the Duke gave me this. Let it set the path before you. Or do not, and see Baldur's Gate, but thank you. And I should go. I know of still others that unleash the worm.
We should probably save it.
Loitering's what you were doing. Loitering with intent.
Get this tin piss pot out of my face. Let me back in. I'll bring Lorroakin out here, you tin tube. You tell Lorroakin I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? Shit, it's you. You went looking for the night song after me. Please tell me you found it. An Asima? Hells. If I'd known, I'd have asked for more gold. Kidnapping costs more than theft. Don't forget, I'm the one who gave you that contract. I want my cut. Good luck getting a blue copper out of Lorroakin. Guy's tighter than a black-nosed sheep. You get that money, you come find me. Or I'll come looking for you.
You! What do you want? Please, just make your purchase and go. I don't have energy for anything else. Be quick about it.
Do you think that zombie looks...
Oh! Literature department. Can I help you? Shh. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Lorroakin was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiot Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Nethery's Folly, sights of the Seelie, and the curriculum of strategy. Do any of those interest you? It is said to be written great magic.
That's it. That's what I...
The annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crone's true nature. If only you could read them.
Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The annals of Karsus are best left unread.
Hey, alright.
Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either. Psst. I already told you. You certainly have.
It certainly is at that. What will we do in the meantime? Doing in here?
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Lorroakan's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
The Night Song is an ancient potion that allows its drinker to become irresistibly attractive to man and god alike. The Night Song is a druidic staff that allows its bearer command over an army of ancient beasts. The Night Song is a priceless ruby from a realm beyond our own. The Night Song is an immortal being, the child of a deity.
Hold very still, Nicklaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crank. Ready? Aim. We have a visitor. At ease. McClaw, you may go. I see no Night Song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the Night Song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? You'll have more gratitude than you know how to count once the Night Song is in my hands. Do you have it or not? She? Then you do know her. You've been to Shah's temple. To the Shadowfell. You've looked upon the Night Song's face. Tell me, and choose your next words carefully. Where is she now? I'm growing tired of this repartee, my friend. let us cut to the chase. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth more than your life, too. I bought it from a Kalashite warlock. There's very little of his soul left to him. It can bind a celestial to the wearer's service with a snap of the fingers. And this can keep her in place. Forever. It didn't work out for poor Ketherick, did it? He was a fool. A desperate mercenary who hoard out his soul to whichever god flattered him. I serve no god, but that which stares back at me in the mirror. The Night Song will be put to a grand purpose, equalizing man and god. Whoever helps me attain that which I seek will be greatly rewarded. I intend to achieve greatness. And I intend to do it for a long, long, long time. We shall see, won't we? Do as I say, and you will be rewarded beyond imagination. Fail, and you give up the prize to the next motivated mercenary to encounter my contract. The choice is yours, but make no mistake, I always get what I want.
He's only got 98. Crank isn't fighting anything. Earth and air. So these are all... Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do at all.
You might want to be careful. I've heard he's not really one for customer service. There's not much left.
Where is the... Behold! This back off, chop. You're too close. Do you want...
Great!
The book was a lot more.
Lidl doesn't even pay enough for the good sweets.
What are you after, friend? Got grub, potions, a few nice vintages? Let's stock up now before someone clears me out to fill their larder. They say there's trouble.
Just a bit of beer and a wine.
The blushing mermaid.
Not too down market of an establishment for you, I hope, Gale.
Okay, well, we made it to the Blushing Mermaid. I think we're going to pause here and maybe take a quick break, and then we should be back to play some more stuff. I think Fallout 4 is up next now that Phoenix Rising is done. Made a lot of mistakes today, a lot of little careless things. I think we made the right decision breaking Will's pact. I think we did. Either way, we're going to ride it out and see where it takes us. Until then, we will see how this all fares out. The story gets more and more complex. There is, of course, all those Githyanki in the Emperor's little area, too, that we gotta somehow figure out a way to clear out without getting ourselves killed in the process, hopefully. But just the same, that's for another day. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time. Take care.